What is up, guys? It's TimeForDillon back at it again with another crypto video. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. If you're new here, subscribe, bell icon, get notified when I post new videos because it's all time sensitive. In today's video, I have a couple things that I want to talk about. Firstly, I have to talk about the U.S. Federal Reserve meeting, the FOMC meeting that happened today, where they announced another 0.75% increase on interest rates. But that's not the big news. No, the big news is what they happen to hint at after releasing that update. After that, what I want to talk about is, of course, really quickly, just got to talk about GameStop, the stock price on Monday. Absolutely ripping, but something happened. I call it a scam. I think it's illegal. Absolutely disgusting what the New York Stock Exchange did to stop the price of that surge. So I want to talk about that as well. And then, of course, we got to talk about Benjamin's Club and, of course, Funplastic, or formerly known as Benjamin's Group. Now, these two projects I've been talking about for quite some time, literally almost a year I've been talking about these projects since they first came out. So I want to give you guys an update because there's finally been an update on these two projects. So we're going to jump into all of this in today's video, so make sure you guys stay tuned until the end so you don't miss out. But of course, first thing we have to do, take a look at the crypto market. As you can see, we're actually down today, down 1.38%. Looks like we're going back under $1 trillion global crypto market cap. Kind of sucks to see, but what can you expect? Global macroeconomics look terrible. Inflation all around the world is not looking good. And of course, we got another 0.75% interest rate hike. So I think in the short term, I even think probably in the next couple months, we're still going to see prices move to the downside. Of course, Dogecoin down a little bit, had a massive rip ever since Elon Musk purchased Twitter. Purely speculation. People think that he's going to incorporate Dogecoin into Twitter. There hasn't been any confirmation of that, but I think the Dogecoin army is very strong, just like us, just like the Cardano army. So I wouldn't write off Dogecoin. And of course, Cardano looks like it wants to dip back under 39 cents. I still like when prices dip because, hey, that means we can accumulate more crypto at lower prices. But of course, not financial advice. You guys do your own research, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, back to this first topic that I wanted to talk about. U.S. Federal Reserve meeting. What did they do? They raised rates again by 75 basis points, or 0.75%. And he hints, this is the big news, hints at entering the end phase. And this is why we're seeing stock markets rally. Now, why isn't this translating over to the crypto markets? Well, I think that's because crypto is more risk averse, it's more risk on, and I think people feel more safe putting their money in the stock market. But it will be interesting to see what happens in the next couple weeks. I personally think after the midterm elections, I think we're going to start seeing some real pain set in. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that regardless of what political party is in power, they tend to skew numbers right around the midterm elections to make themselves look more favorable. Now, I think Republicans do this. I think Democrats do this. I think everyone does this. So it's not unreasonable to think that after these midterm elections, we're going to start seeing the price of gas go up. We're going to start seeing inflation get even worse. And of course, we're going to start seeing things head to the downside. Now, that's why I think Michael Saylor, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Jamie Dimon, and a bunch of other billionaires a couple weeks ago said that the worst inflation is going to be in the next 6 months. Now, when they said that, technically, we're already in a recession, but I think they know that it's going to look better right around the midterms because, well, you got to make yourself look good so you can get reelected. And like I said, I think any political party will do this. So hold on to your seats and let's see what happens in these next 6 months. Anyway, moving along to the next topic of today's video, just briefly want to talk about this. GameStop stock jumps on Monday. Now, if you guys saw this, it was pretty crazy to see because on Monday, the price opened up around $28. Actually, look at that, $26, and it rose all the way to almost $35. I think it ended up hitting a high of $34.99, and that's when the New York Stock Exchange came out and literally halted trading. What is up with that? I don't understand it. And they quoted some ridiculous rule, limit up, limit down rule, which you guys should Google. Basically, some BS rule on the books that allows them to manipulate the market. Sucks to see. I know a lot of people that have a lot of money in GameStop. And of course, why is there money in GameStop? Not because necessarily they believe in the company. No, it's because there's so much money in short positions on GameStop. Just like we saw last year when the price ripped to the upside. What was it all caused by? It was caused by a short squeeze. Short positions getting liquidated, which caused the price to rip to the upside. A bunch of billionaires went broke. People were happy because what? The power to the people was restored. So it sucks to see that the New York Stock Exchange is engaging in criminal activity like that. I call it criminal. I don't know, allegedly criminal, whatever you want to say. I think it's a joke. And personally, this is why I stay out of the stock market. Don't like it. Don't want to be in there. All my money is in crypto. Well, for me, I got the 60-40 rule. 60% in crypto, 40% in precious metals. But of course, that's just me. Not financial advice. That's just what I like to do. You guys do whatever you want. But anyway, moving on to the first topic of today's video, Benjamin's Club, Benjamin's Group. Just wanted to remind you, the last time I made a video about this was 10 months ago. And as you can see, I bought a keystone for 1,700 ADA. Was that a bad decision? Well, I actually still am holding this key. I'm holding it to high heavens or to the dirt. I don't care what happens. Of course, I ended up making some great trades with the Benjamin's Group, with the eggs. Sold a couple, made some profit, and pretty much gathered all my gains back. But I have always held on to this key because I believe in the project. I believe in the mission of this group. And the whole mission of the group is to bring talented Ethereum artists over to Cardano. And I think especially now, after ETH 2.0 has rolled out, the merge is complete. People are noticing that their Ethereum is locked up in limbo forever, pretty much. That's what it seems like, at least. Gas prices are still high. I think a lot of people were under the impression that this merge would make gas prices on Ethereum drop. Well, that hasn't happened, and I don't think it's going to happen for a couple more years. So I think now more than ever, people on Ethereum and as well Solana are starting to realize that Cardano is the premier ecosystem for NFTs. And that's why we're starting to see some of these projects pick up steam. Now, Benjamin's Club, why is this project back on my radar? Why am I starting to talk about it again? Well, if you guys are in the Discord or you remember from the announcements months ago, November 1st is when the eggs are hatching, and that was yesterday. What happened? The eggs all hatched. Now, even though Benjamin's Group, or Funplastic, and Benjamin's Club are different, they're still both owned and operated by Cash. Now, if you guys don't know who Cash is the man behind Anvil minting services. Now, I'm sure you guys remember last week when the Or Mob was dropping, as well as Gosha was dropping. People have been seeing the endmaker has not been coming through with mints, and this is not the first time. We've seen it time and time again. And that's where Anvil comes into play. Anvil has been absolutely killing it, making things work like no other. So I'm super excited to see the success with Anvil. Super happy for Cash and the team because they have been working behind the scenes tirelessly to bring us great utility on the Cardano ecosystem. Now, with that being said, the announcement that has really captured my attention is that the white paper for both Funplastic and Benjamin's Club is going to be released in the next couple weeks. And a lot of people are speculating that there will be utility with Anvil minting services. And even if that does not come to fruition, even if that's not true, we know that the team behind Benjamin's Club, behind Benjamin's Group, the team working with Cash in Anvil minting services is a solid team. They're developers. They work hard, they innovate, and they provide excellent tech for Cardano. So even if we do not have some type of utility with Anvil minting services, we know that something big is coming. Now, Cash does a great job of telling us not to get too hyped up, not to get our hopes up too high, but he does tell us that something big is coming. So I just quickly wanted to show you this little video from Cash where he tells us what's happening with the eggs and, I don't know, gives us a little sneak peek on what to expect.
Everybody, Cash here from Benji's Group. Just wanted to stop by and give you guys a brief update / announcement. You know, we're heading into the final hour of the eggs. May they rest in peace. They were great eggs. You know, I really loved those eggs a lot. We're moving on to the next chapter now. Everything will be hatched. All the Funplastics will be identified. Every name will be released. We will finally have our completed collection out there. So I'm looking forward to that a lot, and I'm really excited about the next step in that journey. Speaking of a journey, we are really close to being able to release our paper. We've been working diligently on it. We're working closely with the Genius X team, as well as inside our own team, to provide the most value we can to this paper and make sure that everything is easily digestible and transparent, to be honest. You know, there's a lot of things that we have in mind that's fun, creative, and cool that we won't be necessarily sharing in there. But in terms of foundation, how we plan on building the future of these brands, it should all be in there. And anything that's not included, we're willing to talk about. We're going to be basically releasing our full blown vision of what we want to do. So there will be a lot of questions, I'm sure. I'm here to answer. I'm looking forward to it, actually. These are things that I've been talking about for a really long time that are finally coming to fruition. And there's no better feeling than that. And we've worked really hard to get to this point. I know communication hasn't been the best, but I'm here. I'm ready to communicate with you guys. And going forward, we're going to plan much more efficiently around communication with the community, as well as potential customers and just the space in general. Everybody should be informed of what we're doing and what we have going on in the future. So everything that you guys have said, all the feedback we've received over the last 8 months, it's been invaluable to our growth. We love our Funplastic holders, and we're looking forward to taking the next step in our journey towards jpg.io, which is the name and the brand that we'll be operating under. And both Benjamin's Club and group will be merged into this singular concept. We already own the website. We already own everything around it. So we're really looking forward to bringing Benjis.io into existence and getting back to some of the things that really captivated our success and got us to where we are as a company and as a community. So that said, I know you guys love the eggs, but their time has come. It's time to break them open. Paper's coming soon. TM, I love you all. And please continue to ask questions, be supportive, welcoming of new people, and just open-minded, right? This is a process. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We learn. We adapt. And the best people in this space are going to be the people who adapt the best. So I think you guys are in good hands, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that this is a success. Thank you all for your continued support, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all on the other side. Thanks.
Boom. There it is, guys. You heard it from Cash himself. The merge of the two projects. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what this white paper is going to hold in store for us. But before I let you go, I did just want to quickly point out something about the keys, guys. Something about the keys. Look at that. Only 4 left. Now, I'm sure you guys noticed, if you guys have a key or if you've been paying attention to this project, over the past couple weeks, the price has exploded. The floor price. People are going around scooping up all these keys at such a low price. Telling you, something's coming, guys. Something is coming. Only 4 keys remain. Price, not cheap, but there's only 4 left. Now, you guys tell me, what happens when demand surpasses supply? It's called price shock, baby. Price shock, baby. Price is going to rip. But of course, not financial advice. You guys do your own research. That's all I have for you guys today. If you guys made it this far, you guys are awesome. Make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel. You guys have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you are. Dylan is out.